Hello everyone. Right now in this video I'm going to explain part of the film with the mission. The mission itself, the movie, is based on real historical events that occurred actually at a variety of different times, involving real people but also real people at different times. And for the sake of the film, they were all combined into one story, which more or less works. Now, part of understanding what's so important about the film is understanding a little bit of the politics behind the film. And I'm going to simplify it as quickly as I can. The mission takes place somewhere in this general vicinity, and it involves simply a transfer of lands. The transfer of lands from Spain to Portugal. So let's imagine this line right here. Actually, let's change that and make that a white line. Okay. Spain has this land, Portugal has this land, and essentially what's happening is Portugal is getting more land of Spain, but Spain has already agreed to this, and they're getting this new bit of land right here in the middle. Now, part of the problem of that, of this new land in the middle, is that Spain has various missions within this land. And the missions they're in Spanish land, but they're owned by the church, or perhaps by the Jesuits, might be a fairer turn of phrase. And the problem in the film is not so much that the land is transferred, although that's the obvious cause of the problem. The problem is what happens to all of the Native Americans, the Guarani, who live within all of these missions. Spain had a hands-off approach. Spain, while they did dabble in slavery, in the cases of these missions, they said, no, we cannot enslave these guys. The problem was Portugal was in favor of slavery. And they were very much looking at not only getting this land, but at getting these people to buy and sell as slaves. And so the problem that the cardinal will face, the cardinal is going to be one of the key figures in our story, the problem that the cardinal will face is, should this deal not only go through, but should this land be protected? And the cardinal is facing problems not just in South America, but with the European Spain and Portugal, and they are having a lot of problems with the Jesuits, who are very obedient to the Pope and very influential, very involved in education and to a degree in politics, especially as you can see in South America. And so the cardinal is debating whether or not to allow the missions to go to Portugal, and the people obviously to be enslaved, for the sake of peace in the real Spain and Portugal, especially because of the Jesuits, and the Jesuits are seen as interfering, especially in South America. There's also another aspect going on here of, let me erase this. There's also another thing going on here with the view of the Native Americans. Okay? If they're Christians, if the Native Americans are Christians, people feel a little more hesitant about enslaving a fellow Christian, especially Spain. You could argue that this is a squeamishness on Spain's part, or a sense of solidarity, but if they're Christians, Spain is more hesitant to enslave them, or at least the people who happen to be in Spain at the time. Whereas Portugal says, look, if you're Christians, it doesn't matter. Portugal doesn't care. And that's going to be enough information for you to understand, hopefully, the remainder of the plot of the mission and what the Cardinal is trying to do and all of the things he's trying to balance. Hope this made sense.